All right, so now let's begin this evening of celebration. And we have with us our eminent guest of the evening for a very special address to all the women leaders in the real estate. We have with us Dr. Niranjan Hiranandani, the managing director, Hiranandani Group, and vice chairman, NAREDCO. He's a visionary business titan who has earned the moniker real estate industry guru. At the age of 73, he's aptly endorsed as the anchor of the colossal Hiranandani empire. As a man of deep rooted commitment, fiery passion, and unwavering determination, he has mapped the course of his cornerstone to milestone journey based on his philosophy known as leap of faith in the dark. His acute futuristic vision, keen business acumen, profound knowledge, and nimble leadership have transformed the Hiranandani Group into a global conglomerate of global repute. It is with justifiable pride that he is referred as a real estate wizard and a developer extraordinaire who has redefined the skyline of the city of dreams, Mumbai. A warm welcome to you, sir, and over to you now.
Very good afternoon to Realty Plus. It's such a pleasure always to be with you. And I'm very glad over here to speak to the women icons of India and women icons of Realty Plus. I think India has seen multiple changes in the last couple of years. And can you imagine, this is the first time that we have recognized that the number of population in the country of women actually exceeds men. So we have a contrasting population. We have 1,020 women, girls, for every 1,000 men, boys. So this is an extraordinary statement because up till now, the girl child was not looked upon positively. It's quite obvious that this matter has changed. And now all over the country, this is being seen quite differently. So I think first and foremost, this is the greatest indication that we do. The second change, which I do see, is the fact that when the Prime Minister does the clarion call of Atmanirbhar Bharat, without the women taking leadership roles, it's just not feasible. We cannot have the growth in GDP to move upwards double digit without the participation of women. And today we see a large number of women coming into various fields of activity that we have seen. We see them in technology, engineering, space, aviation, science, sports, business, philanthropists, and also education, and also medicine. All this and more, we do see the participation of women going higher and higher. And this indicates very clearly that if we have to break through with an increase in per capita income of the country to cross the frontiers that we are waiting for, it is only with the joint participation of the women that we are going to be able to do. And certainly there is a lot of it. Another major factor is the rise in the case of women entrepreneurs. So if you had seen a couple of years ago, maybe a decade ago, the challenges to women to take up entrepreneurship were much too many. Today, whether they are in the case of startups, whether they are in case of medicine, whether they are in case of other aspects of industry or business, we see a large number of women entrepreneurs really taking a difference. The major change that I see is the fact that the women are able to do multitasking. And because they've grown up that way, I think. So by the fact that they're doing multitasking, they're also able to reskill, upskill, and change their skills over a period of time. I think they do it at home when the children are growing up. They also do it elsewhere where we are doing on the work position as well as the home position. All this and more, women have become adept in order to carry out their work and multicasting that we do see over there. Of course, there is a little hesitancy of men trying to pull down the fact that women can take leadership. I think, but slowly and surely, this is vanishing from the Indian atmosphere. And we do see a lot of women leadership in all the industry that we see, both in the case of finance, in industry, in business, and all the other aspects of it. But it's up to the women too, to take this leadership role. It's it's one thing to say that they don't get the opportunity because the men don't give the opportunity to them. But I think it's equally true that women hesitate to take up leadership roles in many of the families, even though they have capability and capacity to move forward and do things differently, better, and so professionally and otherwise, I think there is a lot of opportunity for women to do that part of it and all. Women, of course, must also take advice, take guidance in order to improve themselves, to see that they pick up the latest in technology, to pick up new ideas and thoughts that we need to do. Also, the fact that they need to play long-term innings and not be satisfied with short stints at work. I think that's extremely important. And women also need to look at the fact that they will soon be job creators along with being job seekers. I think there is some progress in this direction, but still, I think it's a lot of way to do. In our Hiranandani corporate enterprise, a large number of women leaders do head many of the departments that we run, in terms of accounts, in terms of tax, in terms of design, in terms of other departments, many of the things, HR and other departments, a large number of them, leadership are headed by women. So I think this is something that we should relish and see how we can really go a longer way in order to give a lot of opportunity to do. India is going through the cusp of major transformation as we go to the next 25 years to reach the 100th year of our independence. The effect of women empowerment is going to have a great effect in all the departments, in all the fields of activity, in terms of bringing up the wealth of the nation, also individual wealth and other things, by contributing to the economic situation in society. So we are hoping that more and more productivity will be added by women in the next couple of years. Today and more, I do feel that institutions like Realty Plus need to be complemented for taking up and creating such programs for the purposes of identifying women leadership and women icons in various fields of activity. And I think this will also add a great initiative, a great incentive to the women in order to take this forward. So fantastic women icons for a wonderful activity that you all are doing. Congratulations to Realty Plus once again for whatever you are doing in this line of activity. Keep it up and see that you lead the way of what the Prime Minister talks about in terms of Atmanirbhar Bharat. I'm sure that this and other activities will go a long way in order to improve the wealth of the nation, professional, this thing, giving incentive to other people to join, and more women incentivized to join, to take up leadership roles and join the spree of economic activity that need to do, instead of just taking a back seat at the homes. The joint activity over a period of time, I think, is going to make a wonderful change. So I'm looking forward to more and more with women coming up in this activity. And of course, in the country, India, which already has leadership as far as women is concerned. Look at the fact, we first had the women Prime Minister of India, a woman. It was not there in many countries of the world. We even had a women president. and we again have a woman president. In the United States, we still don't have a woman president, though they have had 250 years of independence. And we, in 75 years, have had 2 women as presidents of India. So the opportunity given in India is superior to what is given in most countries of the world. And hence, you have the overall atmosphere, which is positive for change to take place. And I do expect that each and every one of you will relish this change taking place and really take it forward. Wishing Realty and each one of the icons here today the very, very best. Thank you so much for calling me. And Lippy, thank you for an invitation from Realty Plus and also the invitation to address. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hiranandani, for taking our time and being present and sharing those words of wisdom and inspiring and congratulating to all the women leaders over here. Thank you. We really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.